Join TWR in 2023, TWR Thirsty Thursday, and Lotto Pics.
I'm on it.
Hey, you know I'm on that though, man.
Y'all, come join it. In the traders war room, warring with the market every day. We on Zoom, never gonna quit.
First, let's talk about some trades that we closed out of. Microsoft 215 put definitely paid the bills today. Closed out of this with some decent profit. Dallas was a banger play. This was a $35 call. We went ahead and took this almost for $100 per contract. Absolutely destroyed this call. Great play. And we went ahead and closed out of our Uber play. We got no runners left. Went from 95 to 144. Another killer trade, guys. And if you want killer trades like this every single day, guys, all you got to do is join TWR in 2023, and all the links are in the description. TWR is your one-stop shop. What's hot and what's not. The markets took a tumble. They tried to resemble some sort of rebound going into midday, but they weren't able to keep the gains, and it sold off pretty drastically going into the bell. So we're definitely looking at the short side of the house and bear plays moving into tomorrow and closing out this week. Now, a little change compared to how the market closed. We got futures completely green across the board. So definitely we'll pay attention like we always do in pre-market. We'll get our highs and lows and we'll make educated decisions. But if I had to bet, I would bet that possibly we start out at the jump and then we lose off some steam because it is still bearish trending any way you look at it, shape, and form in the market overall. Sector performance, every sector red except for energy, and energy the only sector on a 1 year % change that is green. Here's your buy and sell ratio. We're actually kind of looking a little bit more to the bull side, I would say. You know, we're pretty close to 50-50, but I'm looking at some of the tickers, and some of these are the big cap tickers, and they're pushing to the green side of the house. So this may be able to give us a little bit of a catalyst push to push SPY up and close with a bullish day. However, we got to be a little bit of pessimistic because we're still bear trending. So we want to hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. Here's your most active stocks, and no surprise right here, TQQQ and the SQs, they're always high profiled. We got Apple, it was booming, and Tesla along with SPY and all of the tickers that we normally go after. I do want to highlight, you see the Bed Bath & Beyond is in here again. Guys, some huge news on Bed Bath & Beyond, and they definitely dumped, but anything that dumps like that usually attracts the penny stock people, so I would not be surprised if it gets a little bit of a volume, and whether it goes into bankruptcy or not, it becomes a day trader's darling. And here's your top trending stocks. Guys, I want you to pay attention to these pennies, this HKD and this HUDI, okay? When these move quickly, they move violently, okay? So you can definitely make some good money going in on the share side of the house. So we got to pay attention to these. I like these ones going into tomorrow. I also like BA. BA got some great things going along with them. Also, Crowd is always good with a day trade possibility. We're looking at Square too. Definitely had a down day here recently, so it could see some rejection at the bottom. And one of my favorites, AVXL, okay, this is one of those Alzheimer's, Parkinson's disease type of biotech drug companies. You're starting to see these biotech and healthcare names start to ping a little bit in the buzz news, okay? So definitely paying attention to their sympathy plays on AVXL would be AVNS and also SAVA, SAVA. All right, so top news, and this is interesting. Big tech layoffs may further disrupt the equity and diversity efforts. So 2023 is shaping up as a challenging year to be a woman or a minority working in the tech sector, or even a person with one too many years underneath the belt. Surging firings by tech companies last year are affecting women and mid-career talent, which may make it more difficult to improve diversity in one of the most sought-after industries, according to the data from the research firm. So we're definitely paying attention to that. Now, when these big tech companies get into these firing frenzies, it's usually a bullish move for the stock because their bottom line or their budget is going to reflect that in the margins, and so they'll save a little bit of money because a lot of these are inflated from their hiring buzz that they did during the pandemic. Next up, Asian stocks edge up before U.S. jobs data define Wall Street sell-off. So Asian equities gained on Friday while the dollar hovered near a one-month high as investors balanced the crucial U.S. jobs data later in the day that should provide clues on how aggressive the Fed Reserve will be in the tightening policy. So we're definitely paying attention to that. That is big news all coming tomorrow, and it definitely could make the market jump or dump. So we're definitely paying attention. Stocks I like for trades. All right, let's talk about SPY, guys. Orange triggers are the triggers that I'm looking for day trading triggers. And we got an inside bar on the 1 hour. And the blue triggers are looking at our throughput if we trigger off of the orange one. So we're definitely looking, at least right now, the sentiment is still bearish. However, we could get some bullish sentiment tomorrow. We got some Fed reports coming out. So we'll just have to play the trend, and we can make smart moves going off of the triggers, looking for the swing trades for continuation, and playing off the moving averages, looking for the day trades. So crowd, I'm liking where we're at. I think that we get a little rejection from here and go test some of those near-term highs that we've just absolutely demolished through. We got a trigger of $94 to the downside. Now, guys, we haven't been this low since like 2021. So if we fail to hold this level, $94 is the next area where we had some sort of high volume as far as price action is concerned, and we should probably expect a dump into that level. However, I would like to see this one reject from here and go retest those 95, 96 areas and hopefully push with some volume up into the 98s. If we're doing crowd, we got to pay attention to snow. Almost identical charts here. We got the triggers 124. That's where we're looking for a push towards a bullish movement before we hit some resistance. And we got 119 as far as support. And we're pushing back into 2021 when we're talking about the 119 areas. So I definitely would like to see some rejection out of this consolidation and a push to go retest those 124, 125 areas. All right, moving into the small caps, I like HKD. Now, this one is particular because the chart is set up to be almost too much too soon. However, it got a lot of momentum behind it, and we definitely can see this push above $34, and it can go very quickly. So at this current level, this 32.50 area, this can give us a good opportunity if we get the nice push to go above 37 to make some decent money on some shares. Now, conversely, if we start to fail and we start to see that we're hitting the $30 area, we're probably going to reject, and we could even see pushing down towards the $25 area. So we'll definitely be watching this to make a move and see if we can make some money on some shares. Huddy, for some reason, it likes to move in sync or sympathy to HKD, so we'll pay attention. This is a little bit cheaper one. Definitely it likes to move as well. So we got some triggers there, 640 for the push with continuation above 725, and if we start to fail going back down to 590, we got the push down below 550 and below. So we're definitely paying attention to this, but this one again, it can get some wings underneath its sail, and this thing can just run, and we like this. This could be a cheap alternative for some shares to make some money. Next one, I like Square for a trade. If we start to peak above that 65.50, I think we can go long on this one. And also, if we start to peak down to the 64 range and below, I'd give this about 63.75 would be the area where I'd start thinking about some puts to the downside. However, we can day trade this straight off the moving averages. As long as we stay below our moving averages, we can probably go short on this and expect us to go retest that $63 area. And biotech is hot, guys. I want you guys to pay attention to AVXL. It was just upgraded by HC Wainwright. Has a $50 price target on it. Look at that. It's $10, guys, okay? So if you're not paying attention to AVXL, this, if it even moves towards its price target at the end of the year, that's a 5X type of stock, okay? Definite. It's worth your while to even go in on a leap out or buy some shares and just see what happens, okay? So I do like this one for trades. If we start to peak above that $10 and, I'd even give it $10.25, we might be pushing to the upside, and we could easily get some wind underneath the sails on this one. On the flip side, if we start going below that 950 area, probably think that we maybe go testing back down to the 9s before we can find a level to reject and hopefully skyrocket from here. But I'm big bullish on AVXL, and if we're paying attention to this one, we got to look at SAFA. I keep telling you, and I've been telling you guys for years, this is the stock that's going to make me rich, guys, okay? I'm a big Sava fan. I got a lot of faith in them. And at this price target, this is one of my biggest just straight shareholding that I have. This is buy zone. Anytime I'm in between the 30s and the 20s, I'm buying shares on Sava. And I like this level, 30, 42, 30, 50. We're looking for pushing above that, calls going long, and anything below 28. We're looking at some puts to the downside, but anywhere in this range is buy zone territory for me. All right, team, main part of the video is over, but I want to highlight a few things like our class that we have on Sunday, 8 January at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. This Sunday, guys, I'm going to teach you the new year, new you, 2023, how to use technical analysis and indicators for huge profit. Guys, the market is not the same as it was back in 2020 or 2021, okay? So what worked then is not working now, but I'm going to teach you guys how to utilize the indicators in correlation with technical analysis for the current market conditions that we have so that you guys can make huge profit, okay? There is an abundance of opportunity out there, and I want each and every person to be armed and dangerous when they're attacking the market. So I hope to see you guys there. Click the link right there in the description, or you can go to the website, traderswarroom.com/upcoming classes, and I'll see you there Sunday, guys. And registration for the 4th Option Fundamental course is now ongoing. We start up next week, guys, so definitely register now and get your seat. Go to the link right there in the description or right there on the screen and click to learn more, guys. Listen, if you're serious about trading and you truly want to learn how to make money for a lifetime, then this course is for you, okay? Everything from the cradle to the grave on how to trade options fundamentals. You're not going to find a more in-depth, formal, deep dive into how to be a successful trader. By the time you're done with this, you're not just going to be a good trader, you're going to be an elite trader, and we want you to go out there and just absolutely destroy the market. So I hope to see a bunch of you next week enrolled in the class. We got 2 sessions, class 4A or 4B, up to you depending on which one you want. Definitely go to the website, get more information, and I'll see you guys there. Make the market bend the knee in 2023. Join TWR and bow to no one. The link is in the description or on the website at traderswarroom.com. Let's go to war.
I'm on it.
Hey, you know I'm on that though, man.
Y'all, come join it. In the traders war room, warring with the market every day we on Zoom. Never gonna quit, ain't no way we gonna lose.